following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No, please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So, Oz, it is 2020. We haven't done a show in about 3 weeks.
Some might say a month, a year. I don't know. It feels like a long time. What's your name again?
Well, we haven't done a show since last year. That's for sure.
Wow.
But we're back. And
cheer up, man. Hey, you can be a little more excited. We are back. Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC is back in the game for 2020 with your co-host, Regular Scott, and the almighty Ozzy Killmonger. Be excited, dude. Be happy, dude. 2020, we came through. 2020 is the year. You talking about something, so we're back. Yeah. Nah, dude, this ain't no the quiet storm. Dude, this is the storm. We're back.
okay, we're back. So today's episode is going to really, we're just going to talk about kind of some reflections on 2019.
Absolutely.
Some predictions for 2020. We'll talk about some of our favorite superhero movies, what characters we think had the biggest impact in the last decade, who we think will lead the next decade, and we'll give some predictions. We'll go over some news. We'll play One's Gotta Go, and should be a very interesting show. Great. I'm glad
I
you
agree.
approve. Okay, great.
No, well,
We're off to a
sorry.
great start.
Your mic kept dropping in and out, dude.
No, I don't think so, because I think it's your connection has been dropping out. You got that V's connection.
Right. I got you, bro. Yeah, you may be right. I'm trying to be more agreeable in 2020 and see other people's point of view. So you have a good point. You may be right, but you may want to check your AOL dial up and just see if you have everything plugged in. But I'm gonna check it on my side, but you can check it on your side and see what your 2G is doing now. So
do you have any before we really get into the meat of the show, and we're going to set the table a little early today because we got a lot to get to. So we're going to use this first part during our little cold opening and give some shout outs. Do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody from 2019 who's helped make this year impactful for you with Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC?
Well, I always want to shout out to all the Defy Life family and just being happy to be part of it and doing good things and big things, and looking very much forward to the unbiased, non-rigged battle, trivia, battle that we always do.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because there will be a segment for the Battleground later. All
right, because I want to really say again, unbiased. Know what's what's Batwing's social security number, and where does he go to the DMV? None of that nonsense, but just like some legit back to the nerdisms, you know. What color are the dire wolf's eyes? Yeah.
Hey,
no,
if you don't like
no.
hey, listen. As myself and the Kingpin have both stated, Kingpin, Mr. J.R. Glenn from the Defy Life podcast, as we have both stated multiple
Absolutely.
times, if you don't like the questions, you make your own game show.
Again, your AOL is dropping out because I just heard you say if you don't like the questions, and I'm like, okay.
Fantastic. So I wanted to give a shout out to Blurred Vision, OG Blurred Vision, Mixed Girl Maine.
Hey man,
Big B Stats. Nope. You had your opportunity. Big B Stats, West Coast J, Mr. JR Glenn. I also want to give a shout out to the Nerd Cantina. I want to give a shout out to JB, the Pro Wrestling Showdown podcast, which myself and he hosts. Definitely check that out. Superhero Speaks, the Collision Course podcast, Evan the Great, JVD, the Villains Demand, all those guys. I know I'm forgetting people. I apologize. I put myself on the spot with this question because it was not in the itinerary.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, so anyway, before I was cut off, once again, your mic dropped on me. So I wasn't finished. I wanted to give a shout out to Nerd Cantina for all the good things that they're doing. One of the really happy when we, with all the guests that we had, you know, everyone that's let us interview them, it's been an honor and a privilege. And looking forward to the new year to do more interviews and just get back into the roots of things, which is really cool. So thank you very much.
Great. All right, let's set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody? How are you?
You can follow us on Twitter at Knee4Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can also email us at Knee4. Oh, definitely shout out to Black Mass as well. Swab the Thinker, Achilles, no cocaine this year. Also, you can email us at Knee4Marvel vs. DC, the number 4, at GoDefyLife.com. Definitely check out Defy Life Pods. A lot of different podcasts on there for you, a little bit of everything. Anything you're looking for, we got it. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all those good things. We're all there. We post some stuff. I've been posting a lot of wrestling stuff on the Twitter, though. It's just Wrestle Kingdom just happened.
Yeah,
like, 2 nights special. Kota Ibushi.
Take a knee for Marvel versus DC, and this dude posts nothing but wrestling on there.
Hey, Uncle Oz has a Twitter.
Hey, if you want to find me, and there's no wrestling stuff posted on there. There might be a little political stuff, but mainly it's a bunch of comic book nerd stuff. I'm looking
There's
forward to
nothing
having
posted
people
on there if you want.
You can find me at Ozzy Real. That is at capital OZZIE, capital REAL, at Ozzy Real, or find me at the Real Ozzy Killmonger. Looking forward to 2020. We're going to get this taking the Twitter accounts taken back properly because like you can put wrestling on the wrestling account. Let's get back to for WWF. No.
Your last tweet, your last original tweet was.
Yeah,
I'm still looking. Oh, it was in October.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
but hold on. What was your last tweet that had to do with comic books or a movie and not wrestling?
Okay, I will let you know that right here. Does it matter? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
You either pick Ashley Banks or Topanga Lawrence.
Hey,
so that has nothing to do with wrestling. Here we go. I posted one yesterday about comics. I posted a One's Gotta Go. There you go. So yesterday. Any other questions?
And by the way, I don't know what regular Scott is talking about. I'm pretty active. I took a break for the holidays, but I just believe I just tweeted something earlier this morning, and then I come through on your AOL account again.
You talking about? Are you talking about your retweets?
No,
you talking about this tweet you just tweeted 8 seconds ago?
What are you talking about?
I can read it right here. It's telling me how many seconds ago you just tweeted it. Why are you trying to be slick? This guy trying to be slick on the pod, and he retweeted it 20 seconds ago.
No, come on.
See, that's what you get for trying to play me.
We're trying to play you. I'm just saying, it ain't all about the suplex. We got to get back down to the nitty gritty of the comics and stuff.
All right, I hear that. So when you start posting some comic stuff too, I will hear your argument. Hey, look, I appreciate the effort.
What do you mean? I literally post comics up this today at some point, right? Didn't I? I thought I posted something about Robin. I thought you might have liked it, but I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine.
You didn't though. You didn't. Oh yeah, you just did 12 seconds ago. and you retweeted something from December.
Hey, dude, I'm keeping keep it real, Ted.
Tell me some. This is dope. I've already given you this one's got to go on the show. All right, let's get back.
That is kind of dope, ain't it, man? Look at the pictures;
let's
they're
get back
good.
to the show. So,
talking about some. I gotta retweet some wrestling. No, you don't have to do that.
At least I'm retweeting something.
Bro, but you don't have to do that.
One of us got to tweet because you're not tweeting except when we're recording a show live.
Okay. Hold on, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Whew, boy. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. 1 second here.
Okay, take your time, dude. Do what you need to do. Figure it out. Get it together, and let me know when you.
No, I actually go to the refrigerator and get a beer. Hey, I will tell you this. Loading. Boom. Here we go. All right, sorry.
What did you just retweet something else?
No. You just put something on Take a Knee, and I just had to make a little comment about it, you know.
I haven't posted anything today.
You posted something a day ago, and I just wanted to, about wrestling. I just wanted to make a comment because you had a really good point about what you posted, so I had a good comment about it.
I'm sure you did have a great comment about wrestling.
Basically, it was like, it might have just said, "This is about comics?" Question mark. but I don't know. I don't know, dude. Whatever, man.
I hope it was on a certain wrestler because you have no idea how many of these wrestlers are actually involved in comics.
That's great. And by the way, the comic book wrestling origin story is amazing. It's really good. It's very smart and well done. It's been good reading it so far.
It only took you 3 months.
Well, what do you mean, man?
You've had that book for like 3 months.
I was like, that's more like for 4.
Okay, even better. All right. So you mentioned earlier how we do at the Fi Life, we have battlegrounds where we will take different hosts from different shows and bring in some guest hosts, and we do different little nuances with the contestants and whatnot. And we put them in a Jeopardy-esque style battleground. Myself and J.R. Glimph, the Kingpin, as he's known here, host a battleground type show. And West Coast J was our first champion. And then we had the ladies take over from Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast. Lynn and Kim, the two-headed monster, definitely dominated. And so Oz has embarrassed Take a Knee for the last time. So we are going to
why am I considered embarrassed?
Well, because the first time you did okay.
I did really well the first time. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
You did okay. No, if you're not first, you're last.
Dude.
And you did okay because you got to the championship. The second time you got kicked out in the first round.
Wait, hold on. Dude, you may not remember the second place person in the Super Bowl, but you certainly don't remember everybody else who didn't make it in the Super Bowl. So yeah, let's keep it straight, dude. You ending up in the Super Bowl, that's more than enough to be like, yo, you got bragging rights, kid. You got bragging rights.
Nah.
Because everybody else, any other hater, I pose this thing to you. You ain't making it in the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, dude. Even the host ain't making it in the Super Bowl.
Well, that's because we didn't participate.
Right. Got it. Okay. So yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
But like I was saying, we are going to train you and prepare your mind for this next battleground. So, weekly, we are going to give you a Battleground S test. And we're going to see how you do.
It's disgusting.
I will have 3 categories.
I protest.
You will pick 2 questions from each category. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening to you.
All right. We won't do black sci-fi because that's too easy for you.
That's gross, dude. Why? Why not?
I'm thinking more. Let's do females in movies and female led movies.
All right, this is fine, man. This is totally biased and whatever. But yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Shout out! I do this because shout out to the ladies. Anything, everything, nothing. Lynn and Kim, reigning champions. Shout out to you guys. First question. Actually, I'll let you pick 1 through 5.
4.
Okay. What actress?
What is this worth?
It's worth 4. What do you mean?
Oh, so literally, I got 5 questions and they're worth 1 point to 5 points.
Yeah, it's just like our normal
cool.
battle. It's just like our normal battleground.
Let's go, dude. I'm telling you, I'm ready to crush.
You're ready to crush. You're going to dominate.
Let's go, dude. I'm literally going to be superior in everything.
Wow. Okay. So for 4, this is females in movies and female-led movies. What actress stars in 3 of the 5 highest-grossing movies of all time?
Repeat the question because you dropped out again. Sorry.
What actress stars in 3 of the 5 highest-grossing movies of all time?
What actress stars in 3 of the 5? Okay.
10. 9. 8.
Mila Jovovich.
Is that your answer?
Wait, it's only one actress?
Yes, it's one actress.
Oh, God, dude. Oh, man.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2.
Mila Jovovich.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Zoe Zandala.
For Guardians? Okay.
She was in Avatar, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War.
Okay. Got it.
Now,
Ooh.
I will tell you this. All these questions I'm going to ask are past questions.
Are pretty shitty questions, yes.
That's a pretty easy... If you know the 5 highest grossing movies, it's an easy question.
Okay, well, give me number 2.
Okay.
I want to take a number 2.
Okay, number 2. Melissa McCarthy starred in this critically panned reboot of the 1984 classic of the same name.
Ghostbusters.
There you go. Look at that. You got it 2. You're just not ready for the 4s yet. Next category.
Give me 1.
You want the 1 for the women?
Yep.
Oh, you're not going to get this one.
Okay.
Janet Jackson first starred in what Tyler Perry movie that did not have Medea in it? Go ahead and get this question wrong so I can take your black card.
Did not have Medea in it. A Tyler Perry movie that didn't have Medea in it.
With Janet Jackson.
Oh, my God, dude.
10. 9. 8.
I was gonna say Poetic Justice, but that's not right. So
hey, I will give you this though. I do got Janet. I'll give you that.
No, it's got. Hey, by the way, Poetic Justice has Janet and Tupac and Q-Tip in that movie.
I know. I'm with it.
Dude,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Wiz.
Wrong, Jackson.
I know. I know.
Yeah, I know. The answer is, why did I get married?
Jesus. Goodbye.
Jesus.
All right. Give me that 5, dude. Give me that 5 before you finish everything up.
All right. Well, I got a 5 and a 3 left, so I'll just go ahead and finish the category.
Give me that 5, dude. I'm feeling that 5.
Let me do the 3 first. We're just going to finish the category. All right, I'll do the 5. Fine. This film was the first female-led. This film was the first female-led superhero feature film movie.
This film was the first female-led superhero movie?
Yes.
Can I get a year or something, dude?
No. That's why it's a 5.
I gotta say Red Sonja.
Supergirl.
What?
Go ahead and look it up.
Oh, okay. I will. Let's see. Supergirl. You're probably right. Yeah, Supergirl. Wait, you're calling that the first superhero movie, or
first female-led superhero feature film movie?
Interesting. Wait, hold on. But I guess Wonder Woman was a series, so
right, and that was a TV movie.
Oh, but man, this is so. I don't even count it because it's by 1 year.
Okay, you don't have to count it, but that's what it is, though. What do you mean? It is what it is.
Good. Okay, it's all good. Supergirl or Red Sonja, it works for me. Go ahead, hit me up with some more, dude. This is silly.
Here's the number 3.
I'm so mad.
One of my favorite actresses. She's just a gem in my eye. I think she's hands down one of the most beautiful women to ever be
Tori Spelling, I don't agree with you at all.
To ever be on the big screen. But Sanaa Lathan stars in this movie about falling in love with hip hop. That's your girl from Alien vs. Predator too. You should know this. Love and Basketball.
Wait, did you just give me the answer? Because I was going to say Love and Basketball.
No, it's not Love and Basketball. I probably shouldn't have given you that, but it's not that. 10.
Yeah, dude, I'm saying it.
9. 8. 7. 6.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this, dude.
5. 4. 3.
Love Jones.
Brown Sugar.
I thought Brown Sugar was a Quentin Tarantino movie too.
Nope. No, it was not. It was not.
Okay.
All right, is that enough for today, for this week?
I don't know what to say, man.
Or do you want more?
Hey, dude, bring the pain, dude. This is interesting, son.
Okay, all right, we can. Okay, so we're either going to do sitcoms or we're going to do NBA history.
Well, let's go with sitcoms, man.
Hey, look, you need to start practicing your NBA history while you're playing. You know what sports category is going to be in there.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But if I can knock out all the sitcom, then it's all about the strategy, dude. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
I'll do NBA too.
No, we'll do this one, then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Okay.
We'll start with the 1 and just work our way down.
No, let's do. We'll see NBA. That's a lot of history, dude.
Okay, so let's just start. We'll start at 1 and we'll work our way down for sitcoms. Al Bundy is a fictional character from what
Married with
classic?
Children.
There you go. A Different World is a spinoff of what classic TV show?
The Cosby Show.
What is the name of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's theme song?
The name of the song?
That's correct.
How I Became the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now this is a story.
We all know the song.
Right.
We all know the song. 10.
The Prince of Bel-Air.
Yo Home to Bel-Air.
Okay.
What are the names of the 4 Golden
Yo
Girls?
Home to Bel-Air. Okay.
What are the names of the...
Is it Yo Homes to Bel-Air?
That's what I said.
I think you said Yo Home.
Mm-mm.
Okay, go ahead.
What are the names of the 4 Golden Girls? Well, we know you know your black sitcoms. I guess we just don't know regular sitcoms.
Estelle?
No, incorrect.
Oh, wait, hold on. B. Arthur was one of them, but the names are Blanche.
Mm-hmm. B. Arthur was not one of them.
B. Arthur was in the Golden Girls. Sir.
No, there are 4 Golden Girls. She was not. Whoever B. Arthur was not, unless it's their real name. What is it?
Oh, B. Arthur was the actress in the Golden Girls, so you should correct yourself.
I need character names. I don't care about the actors. I don't need Betty White. I need the character names.
You are absolutely correct, sir. But you need to check yourself on that.
I don't because I didn't ask for their actors' names. I didn't ask for Betty White. I just wanted the characters' names.
God bless your humble soul, but I just wanted to make sure you weren't trying to pull no okie doke. All right, so I said Blanche, because Blanche is cool. Fuck.
Exactly. Let's just go ahead and say you don't know so we can move on to number 5.
Wait, Betty. Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never get the other 2. Yeah. Like, I don't know, some craziness like Sophie or something like that, whatever. But I that's it. I got it.
Dorothy and Sophia.
Sophia, that's right. Damn.
And the number 5 in the TV.
Would I get credit for naming 2 of them?
No.
Okay.
You get partial credit. You think you get a point for each one?
I was hoping so, dude. Like half a point, something.
In the TV show Alf, what is the name of the alien that lives with the Tanner family and the main character of the show?
His name is Alf.
His name is not Alf. I had to go through this on the battleground. His name is not Alf. Alf is an acronym. Dude.
Yeah, Alf is an acronym. I know for alien life form.
But that was not his name.
No. I get you. But that's what ALF stood for, alien life form. You get it? That's what the acronym stood for. Got it?
Right. That's not his name. That's not what I asked. So what is his name?
Nah, man.
If you go to the credits of the show, he is listed under this name.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Herman?
Gordon?
Oh, wait. It's Gordon Shumway. Gordon Shumway.
Well, I just gave it to you.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Gordon
okay,
Shumway.
Whatever, dude. All right. Yeah. Just curious, what was number 5 for the basketball thing? I want to laugh at this.
Oh, you'll okay. All right, I'll ask it. In the 1978-79 season, this player had the highest scoring average for a non-All-Star at 28.8 for the San Diego Clippers.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever averaged that low of points per game.
Oh, well, I don't know.
World Be Free.
His name was World Be Free?
Yep.
What was your number 3? And then we can get back to our show.
This player has the single season record for highest 3-point percentage with 53. That's a pretty easy one.
Steph Curry.
Heck no. Bump Steph Curry. You think I would put Steph Curry on one of my questions? Bump the Warriors, man. This is one of the. Never mind. About to get me ranting about the Warriors.
God, dude, how do you really feel? What's wrong with you, man? Jesus.
I hate the Warriors. Kyle Korver is the correct answer.
Oh, cool. I would never guess that one either. That sounds good.
Here, how about a 1?
Okay. Oh, no, give me 2. Come on,
Okay.
man. Give me two.
All right. Who has the highest point per game average, the highest career point per game average with 30.12 points per game?
Wow.
Even you,
LeBron
should know
James.
this. Michael Jordan.
Oh, dude. Do you like Michael Jordan? Who do you like as a person better, Michael Jordan or
Michael
LeBron
Jordan
James?
is a douchebag.
He's pretty much he is, right?
He's a
That's right,
scumbag.
yeah.
He's a douchebag. Why would I like
Yeah.
Michael Jordan? He's not half the father
just-
LeBron is.
Well, I mean, he had his place, dude. Don't. Just because he's like, a jerk. Don't disregard the legacy. You know?
Why? Why?
Well, I mean, you got to do that.
Just
you
because
gotta do
he's
it with
hold on,
everybody.
we knock all these other people when they like Michael Vick and all this stuff because he was hurting dogs and all this, and I get it. But Michael Jordan can have a gambling addiction and do all this nonsense, and everybody's like, oh, but it's okay, he's still the greatest athlete. Nah, he don't get no pass from me.
I heard an interesting conspiracy theory about Michael Vick.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show because you know how I get about conspiracy theories.
Well, it's really interesting to me, and I heard I've heard it on several sources. So I was like, "Whoa, that was kind of deep, man." So, you want me to say it?
Go ahead. I know you want to say it.
So I can neither confirm nor deny, but I heard this conspiracy that Michael Vick got an STD. All right, and that's cool. But when he was a quarterback, right?
Uh-huh.
So when he was a quarterback, he got an STD, and he gave it to.
He gave it to who?
I don't want to get into too much, but check out the name.
Gave it to who?
Ron Mexico. Just check out the name Ron Mexico. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he said he gave it to
Can you hear
Ron
me?
Mexico.
No. Check out the name Ron Mexico. Ron, when he went to go get treatment, he was allegedly supposed to be treated under the name Ron Mexico. So, anyway, there's a whole other story about that. But the conspiracy theory that I heard was, now I didn't hear this. I don't want no FBI agents coming after me. The conspiracy theory that I read on the internet was he gave a North Carolina senator's daughter herpes, and that senator was like, "Oh, fuck that," and went straight after his ass. That's why they went, because they went. It was the brother doing everything, but it was a Michael Vick's property.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that dude, I read that. I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, now don't get me wrong. He still, like, the way he handles dogs and stuff is bad, but yo, that's what I heard, dude. That's the little gist that I heard. So, and when I read that, I was like, "Oh, what the?" So,
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
yeah, you like that one? How you like that?
That was pretty good. I'll give you credit. That was a lot better than
Hey,
I thought it was going to be.
I told you, dude. I can come up with some good ones for you, son.
And it was about sports.
No, I know. I can. Hey, I'll pop you with some more if you want to. I'm all about it.
That's a double whammy right there.
Oh, it's a big one. It's big, dude. Because just think about the implications and stuff, and yeah.
Was this a white senator or a black senator?
No, I think dude. If they went after that cat, I promise you that was a white senator, dude.
Oh man.
You black boy gave a prominent family member, a white girl, the herpes, please. You gone. You dead. The only reason you ain't dead is because you a public figure. You a public figure, dude.
He said the herps.
Yeah, please, man. You gone, dude. You gone. Oh wait, you a major figure? Okay, cool. We got to take care of you, son. So, like I said, can be wild. There have been other ones, like the ones that get me, or the ones that have said about Michelle Obama. But but man, I'm just saying, man, yeah, dude. And conspiracies, dude. So
You're a conspiracy.
you are the conspiracy. Now we will never have another show after this one.
Why is that?
Dude, we have said all the trigger words, man. Senator Michael Vick, Obama, yeah, dude, they're about to come in. Hey, just for everybody listening, especially if it's the FBI, CIA, if you really want to know Regular Scott's real name, let me know. I will snitch at any point, so it's okay. Nah, I'm just kidding. Snitches get stitches, dude. Fuck that shit.
My wife doesn't even know my real name.
Well, that's a problem with your relationship, dude. I don't know. That's not for me to even speak on.
I'm trying to keep her. Listen, I'm just trying to keep her safe. The less she knows, the safer she is.
Oh, I thought you were just saying you're trying to keep the mystery involved in the relationship. I was
Well,
like, oh wow,
it doesn't hurt either. Keep a little intrigue.
This dude wearing a mask and coming to work like Zorro.
Now I wear a mask when I come home.
Oh, I know.
Role playing.
Dude. Yeah, it's just until they be like, okay, well, why did you get shot? Funny story.
How'd you get shot in the arm? Well, let me tell you.
Because she was aiming too high, so yeah.
I got lucky. Actually, she missed.
Yeah, please, dude, give me a break. Yeah, man.
All right, let's get into some news tidbits. A little news tidbits. I've only got a few news tidbits because I do want to do a one's got to go.
Whatever, man. I need some beer.
All right.
My beer's got to go.
Great.
In my belly.
News tidbits. A Hulk movie is rumored to be in the works.
What would they do?
That's what I was going to ask you, the comic connoisseur.
The only thing that's left to do is World War. No, that's not true. It's Hulk Planet. That's it.
Well, they kind of did a variation of that with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's true. But but they got to see I want to see him on a planet where he's able to go ape shit Hulk crazy like he needs to, and not
But here's the problem with that though, because where they have him right now in the MCU, he's fully in control of him. He's Professor Hulk.
Well, so then here it goes. The other side of that is to actually see a smart, intellectual Hulk, oh man, if I rub this coal together, I made diamond, like that kind of Hulk, just like using his brain power. And he seems to do much better when he's smart Hulk in space, like away from Earth,
The only way I want to do another Planet Hulk is if we get a full-blown, he takes over a world, somebody kills that world or something like that, and he comes back to Earth looking for revenge. I want a full-on type thing.
Well, or we see Hulk still with his arm bandaged up, one arm is kind of useless, but he's still super powerful, but he has to intellectually think his way out of stuff. But he's on a super adventure, like he's in a negative zone or something.
Yeah, I guess that you could go a few different routes with it. I think it'd almost be better as like a Disney Plus show, but I'm sure that probably cost a lot of money to put that CGI in the work. So
yeah, I know, but they're doing shows nowadays. Average shows nowadays is like $1 million, $2 million. So what's up?
Shoot, it might cost more than that to get him to be for him to be Hulk in every episode. You know what I mean?
I know.
Especially if he's gonna fight somebody and have it be realistic.
Or they're gonna want to making them look like that shitty makeup from Dr. Manhattan for that Hulk for that HBO show.
Or that.
Another. Oh, right. You wouldn't know what I'm talking about because you haven't seen that yet.
No clue. While we're on the Disney Plus application, apparently a lot of subscribers unsubscribed after the Mandalorian series finished.
Well, yeah.
What are your in response to that? They have moved up the release date of WandaVision.
You want to know what my response is?
No. I was
Well, I'm
just
gonna
telling you the news tidbit.
I'm going to tell you what my response is anyway.
Okay.
This is the way.
Okay. So WandaVision moves up. Is this going to be a pattern? Are we going to see either more shows being released earlier or shows being moved up so there isn't this drop-off after a series ends?
Well, I think they use the Mandalorian as a Geiger counter for stuff, as a litmus test. So I feel like they're going to start moving shows up to be more consistent. Like HBO already had that lesson. Like they won't leave a gap out too long before they do another show. I think Disney Plus is still learning their ropes. I think a lot of these streaming shows are going to, streaming devices are going to be doing it because, once the gap is gone, what do you do? So I think, and then once WandaVision is released, they'll go right into What If too.
Okay.
Or Falcon. I'm looking forward to Falcon and Hawkeye. So
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I need more beer. Yeah.
So WandaVision, I just want to read a little brief description.
And
of
Scarlet Witch too, by the way.
That's WandaVision.
Oh, sorry. I mean, Black Widow. Man, dude, beer. Got the shakes.
So the kind of one of the synopsis for WandaVision says, set after Endgame, Wanda and Vision are found in a sitcom world. As time goes on, Wanda's perfect world turns into chaos. Fans will see the return of Darcy Lewis from Thor, Jimmy Woo, sword agent Monica Rambeau, and the rise of Scarlet Witch.
So I wonder if somehow when they find her, she's been captured and placed in some kind of isolated thing to control.
I wonder if Monica's going to have powers or not yet. Or do you think they're just going to introduce her as just a purely like high class sword agent, or is she going to already have her powers?
I feel like she'll get her powers.
Is Scarlet Witch or for right now Wanda, is she going to be the reason Monica gets her powers?
I think so. I think she's going to probably be the catalyst for a lot of people getting their powers. Like Sword's in it, so Shield and Sword. So obviously it's going to take something extraterrestrial is involved in it too.
Well, Sword was kind of was alluded to in Spider-Man.
Right, but how it works is Shield takes care of any threat that's on Earth or that deals with Earth. Sword takes care of any threat that is going to hurt the Earth. So you can consider Shield the FBI of the planet, and Sword is the CIA of the planet.
So with that being said, I think Monica will have her powers. And I think she's going to be the way they penetrate this almost comatose state she's in, where she's having these where she's fantasizing of this world. You know what I mean?
Okay, I hear that.
I mean, I could obviously be completely off base, but I just the way you just kind of described that, I could see Monica being the one that's disrupting this perfect world, and kind of is the reason that this perfect world is turning into chaos as they try to bring her back.
Yeah, but but Scarlet Witch, by the nature of her powers, her hex powers is chaos.
But I don't know if she knows how powerful she is yet.
Well, maybe the whole point of all this is that you see. Well, you just said it. You said it's about the rise of Scarlet Witch, so she does it, so she learns her powers. I feel, and let's see what time says, but I feel like the natural progression is for Monica to gain her powers somehow through the episodes.
Well, I mean, it might
makes for a better story arc,
Maybe, and you might be right, or we don't know she has powers when we first see her. Like, I think it's going to be something like that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, she's going to just be a person that's that's living among them in Scarlet Witch's quote unquote world, and they're not going to realize who she is until like halfway through or something like that. Because after this show is going to lead directly into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So this is might be my most anticipated plus series into them. Like, I think this is the way they're going to start going, is you have to watch these shows to know what's going on in the movies.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the easiest moneymaker for them, get you hooked in. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a smart marketing plan, and it's all about the marketing. So,
sticking with Marvel, Marvel has rumored to have found its Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan.
Oh, really?
That is the rumor. They have not said who it is, or like what. They haven't said any name, or I haven't seen any names. But I've seen multiple sites reporting that they have found their Khan for Miss Marvel. Are you excited about that? Do you have any suggestions for it or anything like that?
I'm excited just so that we can see like a Muslim American, I'm excited for that thing. It's going to be one hell of a thing to do her power. She's basically like a kind of Reed Richards type. So
my thinking is, with her coming, I think it's only a matter of time before we get a live action Miles Morales. I think we'll get a Nova. Are we getting kind of the Young Avengers? Is this the new Avengers group that's going to be coming?
Oh, I think we're trying to get ourselves the next wave, of coming ups.
Well, because Feige has said that they are still planning their next big crossover. So I wonder if these young characters that they're introducing is going to be the next Avengers group 5 years down the road.
Well, it could be, or maybe introducing them as the Young Avengers too will work. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm curious to see if they're going to have Scarlet Witch and Vision have kids.
I think they will in the sitcom, and I think they're all going to get I think that they're going to have that gruesome death like Vision's, like in the Vision comics.
Okay.
I mean, because they said this is going to have some horror elements to it. I don't see them going full on American Horror Story with it, but I think you're going to get some very horror-esque elements as the series goes on. Like, I think you're going to see her descent into madness, and you might even see her destroy the multiverse by the end of the series and get a cameo from Doctor Strange setting up his movie.
Okay. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, me personally, that's how I would do it. The last episode would be her destroying the multiverse, just going crazy, snapping, and we get a quick peep of like Doctor Strange sensing in and being like, "Oh no," something like that. Cut the black, and they do their little thing where it says Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch will return in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, no, or it's or that classic kind of thing, where he is there to protect the universe. He's like, there's some balance, that kind of thing.
Right, something like that, exactly.
Yeah.
And ending with Doctor Strange's face would be the last thing you see to kind of lead into his movie.
Or him just going to her, like saying, like, what would be cool is if you went to her and was like, this isn't right,
Or something like that. But I just see her. I see the multiverse being destroyed kind of at the beginning of. Or I'm sorry, at the end of this series, and that's kind of how we start off the Doctor Strange movie. But we'll see how it goes.
Or maybe her chaotic powers create the multiverse, and that's how we get Miles and everybody too. That's how we get the X-Men to get inside of here and everything too.
Which is curious because the New Mutants movie is rumored to be coming out very soon. So I wonder if that is the first actual mutants we get in the actual MCU.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Let's shift gears and go to our last bit of news, to the WB. The Warner Brothers wants Michael Keaton for a live-action Batman Beyond movie.
As older Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
Make it so.
Who would you cast as Terry McGinnis?
I don't know, man.
I know who I would cast.
Who would you cast?
The guy from Stranger Things. What's his name? Oh, I gotta look up his name now. That's who I would cast.
I feel like it would be an excellent opportunity to have someone who's a little more darker skin, like Latino-ish kind of, like
Joe Keery.
Joe Keery. Okay.
He was Steve Harrington.
Okay.
I would cast him as Terry McGinnis.
I would be into it, man.
And you know what? I'd bring Barbara Gordon on and have her be the commissioner, and have her trying to stop Terry McGinnis along the way. I'd probably cameo like a Dick Grayson.
I would have a traumatized Tim.
Yes,
or whatever.
yes, all that. I would introduce a lot of the Bat family as their older selves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could have a whole lot of new villains. You could even introduce Superman. Gray-haired Superman too.
Yeah, absolutely. You could probably introduce Green Lantern and Hawkgirl's kid.
True, very true.
There's a whole host of characters. And now in the comics, there's a female Batman Beyond.
Is it a female Robin or female Batman Beyond?
It's a female Batman Beyond. I think it's a boy Robin. I think I could be wrong about that.
All right. So forgive this. I gotta let my dogs back in, and also I'm opening my beer. So sorry about the noise.
All right, no, it's all good. We're about to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna play One's Gotta Go, and then we're gonna get into some of the best and some of the worst of 2019. This was gonna be a short show, but I had to, like I said, from here on out till the next battleground, Oz will be in the training grounds.
So, hey, maybe these battleground questions have to go.
Nah, you need training.
Oh God, dude, that's fine, man. Hey, man, just like Bruce Wayne training Robin, or any other person, or Remo Williams getting trained. I'm with it.
All right. Well, we'll find out. We'll be right back.
What you doing on a Sunday?
Welcome to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. New episode every Tuesday on the Defy Life Podcast Network. And remember, if you're not defying life, then what are you doing? Lynn and Kim.
And we're back. That was the reigning, defending battleground champions. Anything, Everything, and Nothing. Lynn and Kim, they have a great podcast. They
do.
How would you know?
I've heard their podcast before, dude.
Because you don't even listen to our podcast.
I know, but I listen, man. The Defy Life folks. I'm not saying I listen to every single one ever, but I've heard their stuff. Dude, there's insightful stuff there. But yeah, dude, how would you know? Well, maybe because I listened to their podcast. That's how. Hey
man, dude, I'm just checking because we can't have no whistleblowers over here.
No, let me help you. The only thing you should be checking is check yourself, dude.
I'm just saying, man, because you're not a podcast guy. I gotta beg you to listen to a podcast,
bro. Really, bro. What are you saying?
I just told you what I was saying.
No. I want you to figure out what you're trying to say.
I literally just told you. All right, One's Gotta Go. Here are your four choices.
Made me drink another beer, dude.
Good. Justice League, Fantastic Four, the X-Men, or the Avengers?
The Avengers, bro.
I agree. All right. That was our One's Gotta Go. That was a pretty easy one.
That was easy.
Yeah, nice and basic.
Hey, send some comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Tell me why you think that's not a good answer. That's the easiest one. Go.
All right. So let's get to our main course. That was a pretty easy one's got to go. Our main course, some of the
Oh,
best.
but I'm not done with you yet. So, Justice League, Fantastic Four.
Oh, I said I agree with you. Avengers.
Oh, right. But I'm saying Justice League, Fantastic Four, or Justice League, Fantastic Four, or what was the other one you had?
X-Men.
Or X-Men. One's got to go with those three.
Probably Justice League, because the Trinity still team up, and those are the only three that really matter out of the Justice League if we were to keep it 100.
Well, if you were keeping 100, you would have 2 from DC and 2 from Marvel, not 3 from Marvel and 1 from DC. But that's just me.
Well, name another group that's as influential as any one of those other 3 from DC.
The Justice Society of America, the JSA.
Who would you knock out of that group for the JSA?
Wait, what members, or what do you mean?
No, like what you would, instead of the Avengers, you would have had the JSA?
Yeah, good. Like, you know.
Okay, but we didn't. So.
I know, because you were being biased, but it's fine.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that's my answer. The Justice League could go because Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman still have the Trinity team up that they always do, and there is no Justice League without those 3.
Of the X-Men and Fantastic Four, which one has to go?
Fantastic Four.
All right, so I would say the X-Men. Well, that's kind of hard, actually, because
it's not hard.
Well, it is, because without the Fantastic Four and Reed Richards and his superior intellect, all the costumes that every superhero and bad guy wears that has unstable molecules so they can use their powers and not burn through their outfits. That's because of Reed Richards. Negative Zone, Invention and Discovery, Reed Richards.
It's still nowhere near as impactful or as important as the X-Men. Not even close.
No, I don't. Dude, okay, you say that, but then I hear you. I hear you. I respect you, but if it wasn't for the Fantastic Fours being put together, purposely or not, the Earth would not be around, because Galactus would have already destroyed the Earth. That was Reed Richards. There was no Captain America, Professor X. It was Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four that stopped the Mole Men from their invasion and stopped Galactus from destroying basically our galaxy and our Earth. That's it. That's it. That's what happened.
Yeah, but you could say that for any comic book character, that without that specific character, the Earth or the universe would be destroyed.
Yeah,
because every comic book character has a...
God bless America, but I'm talking about the beginning, before Phoenix, before all this stuff. That's the deal. That's just the deal. That's just it.
I mean, all right, that's fine. So let's get to our some of the best we have of 2019 and some of the worst, most overrated, underrated, things like that. Let's start with some of the first ones, which are going to be, what is your best superhero movie of 2019?
Yeah, man, that was tough for me.
That was another easy one. I'll even make it easier for you. You can do one Marvel, one DC.
Well, then that's not even nothing. I was going to say Black Panther, but Infinity War was amazing. Endgame was amazing, actually.
You were going to say Black Panther?
Well, just because of what I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to say Infinity War. I'm sorry. I'm going to say Endgame just because.
Well, you have to, because Black Panther didn't come out in 2019.
Okay, there you go. Endgame, just for the impact that it had.
This dude said Black Panther.
Yeah.
From 2018.
Still left the impact on me right now, 2019 and 2020. How's that?
My Marvel movie is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, all right.
That was my best Marvel movie. Shout out to the Nerd Cantina. They definitely knocked Endgame down a few pegs.
They did, but it was a good collection of moments. But I just think of when I was in the theater. And before I left, not like the post game Monday morning quarterbacking thing, but when I was in the moment in the theater, I was like tearing up. I was being emotional. I was like, man, this is great action. I was in the moment. It was good.
Okay.
And I remember that. And even now, I'll still go back and look at some of the scenes, some of the fight scenes and stuff like that. But I don't do that to Spider-Man. Whatever. Far From Home.
And my DC movie was Shazam.
Of all the DC movies that's been out so far, Shazam has been good. Aquaman was good too.
Aquaman didn't come out in 2019.
Was that the 2018 one?
Yep.
Wow. Well, then, what DC movie came out in 2019 besides Shazam?
Joker came out, and I just had it up here. I'll pull it back up for you.
I like Joker.
Okay. What was your biggest surprise of 2019?
Biggest surprise of 2019. I kept getting pleasantly entertained by all the cameos that they put into Crisis in the beginning of each episode. It was nice.
Okay, that's your biggest surprise of 2019.
Yeah, and I was also very surprised. I was scared, but I was very surprised about how much I enjoyed Watchmen. It just, man, it was so relevant. It was very cool.
Okay. My biggest surprise was Brightburn, which was a very pleasant surprise, very good surprise. And also, I was actually very pleasantly surprised with John Wick 3, because it's not very often that 3 movies all about one guy who is not a superhero. Well, technically he's not, but he is.
Yeah.
It's very rare you get 3 good movies in a trilogy, and he put out 3 really good movies in a trilogy. So that's my biggest surprise for 2019.
Yeah, that's good. But I knew all those John Wick movies were going to be great. And my next prediction for John Wick 4 is, because they have no choice, John Wick 4 would be fighting underwater, like crazy underwater fighting, and some crazy aerial fighting too. That's because those are the only things they haven't covered in fighting, you know.
Okay. Your biggest disappointment of 2019?
Biggest disappointment of 2019. I thought that Young Justice was going to be a lot better than it was.
You were pretty high on Young Justice.
I was. I just thought that season 3 was not as good. Is that your dog?
No, it's not.
Is that Grayson?
Yes, keep going with the show. Don't worry about Grayson.
I'm hearing. I'm getting distracted. I wanted Young Justice to be more than what it was, and I got once again I got sick of Black Lightning live action and Black Lightning in the animation too.
You told me when we reviewed it that Black Lightning was one of your favorite parts of Young Justice.
Well, I liked his speech at the end, but I just got sick of how he was getting carried every time, you know?
Okay.
And what I want to see in 2020 is no more of this mythical black dude who's like, I'm the moral compass. I'm like, no, you're not. Just be the jerk you want to be.
Why does he have to be a jerk?
Just be real. Be a human. Part of being a human is some days you are a jerk. Some days you're amazing. Some days you're Mother Teresa, and some days you're a motherfucker. That's just it.
Okay.
You know?
All right, that's cool. I get it. I mean, I'm with it. My biggest disappointment is probably Titans.
Wow.
It just some
of it was still great though. 2
seasons, 2 very disappointing finales.
I get it, but the episodes up to the finale, some of them, there was some good stuff in that, dude. You know, I still will say to this day, there's never been a better live action representation, or garbage-wise, there's never been a better live action or animated representation of Dick Grayson that's existed until that dude started doing it.
Right, but just because he had a great moment, even that moment was ruined right after. Like, you don't make a grand debut and then get beat. I mean, that's basic storytelling, 101. Like, how do you debut a brand new character, which Nightwing was, and he gets defeated in his first fight?
But it wasn't about that. It was about him letting go. To me, it was about him letting go of the old Robin, him embracing Nightwing. But also embracing Nightwing also means that you're a protector. His whole goal wasn't to beat Slade. His whole goal was to free Jericho.
Then he should have debuted the costume against somebody else.
Dude, no, you see.
No, this is the wrestling booker in me, because when you debut a wrestler, you don't have them lose their first match.
No, I hear you, dude. But I hear you. I respect that, and I see where you're coming from. This is just me coming from old school comics and just like the old school way of like how you farm a person out. You cultivate them. You let them come out. You let them win. You let them lose. But their moment, they're building up to their biggest moment. You don't just have to come like, I think nowadays people were like, I'm coming out as a superhero, and I'm oh my God, the superhero has LED lights. He's amazing. He's coming out strong. And then like, it's a big turd. What I like is like what you saw with Nightwing was the classic Batman origin, where he's like, oh, dude, I came out as this guy. I got beat, whatever, but I will get better as this, This dude is Robin on his first night out must have been terrifying for a 9-year-old. You know what I'm saying? But then he got into his own skin. Like every time Dick Grayson evolves, he's going through his own metamorphosis, dude.
But none of that has anything to do with what we're talking about.
It has everything to do with what we're talking about. I get your opinion that you wanted him to come out strong and like not lose, but that's not his character. The Nightwing character from the story, from the show, is a person who hovers over and protects, dude.
So then he shouldn't have debuted against Slade. He should have debuted against some thugs and saved them.
No, he debuted against Slade, the most powerful one, the person who took out literally took out multiple Titans. He debuted to save Jericho, dude.
No, he took out one, but
he killed one.
That's what I said. He took out one.
Dude, that's a big thing.
You said multiple.
Dude, I said he took out multiple Titans, then he took out, but dude, like this dude has fucked up their Titan world, man.
Nah, it's still
arguably you can say Jericho too if you want to be the multiple thing. Nah, he is there to protect.
It was still whack.
Serve, protect, and break. Okay, I respect, dude.
Still whack. Let's see what else we got. What's next? Best TV show.
Best TV show I was going to go with, and I know I'm going to keep better track of everything because I'm sure there were some gems. I'm going with toss a coin to The Witcher and to The Watchmen. They were amazing to me.
Okay. I'm going with The Boys.
The boy, oh, dude, you are good. I would like to throw The Boys in there too. Those three shows. The Witcher was cool just because I wanted to see Henry, but man, The Watchmen and Boys. Whew. What are your predictions for The Boys season 2?
I have none because I have absolutely no idea what's to come.
Yeah, you have zero predictions.
Like predictions, I have zero. Like I have absolutely no.
I'll give a prediction. I feel like we're gonna see The Boys get a hold of try and make it on equal grounds where they get the power, where they get some of the superhero powers, and we're gonna see some fighting that way. And I also think that we're gonna see more of this kid. So.
Yeah, we'll probably see more of the kid. Your most overrated movie or TV show or both?
Man, most overrated movie or TV show or both. Young Justice, it wasn't overrated, but I don't know. Oh, by the way, I also want to say I thought Preacher was a good run too.
Okay.
For a comic book that turns into a TV show. But most overrated, huh? What would you say so I can figure out how to answer this properly?
Captain Marvel.
A TV show or movie?
Captain Marvel was the most overrated movie of 2019 for me.
Okay, I hear that.
I mean, it was fine. It definitely wasn't this classic that people made it out to be.
I also feel like if we want to be truthful, people gave Brie a hard time just for being real,
She didn't do anything great either, but
yeah, but I think she set the tone when she didn't answer the interviews all cutesy bootsy. It was just like, I'm a person. Talk to me as a person, dude. So I don't know.
So what's your most overrated?
Wait, I gotta agree with you on that, dude.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. What's your most underrated?
I'm gonna need a beer and cashews for that. Let me see here. Well, just because I know so many people who have not watched this show and they should watch it, the Watchmen show on HBO was amazing.
That's not underrated.
More people should have watched that. And I don't think they promoted it properly like they should have because of just the overtones in it and everything. But
that doesn't make it. That's not underrated though. Underrated means it's people don't think it's that good, but it really is good. It might be underappreciated.
Wait, stop. Do you know how many of the Basement Boys chimed in on Watchmen saying it was garbage, it wasn't cool, everything else? Do you know how many people did that?
Watchmen is like a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. How is it underrated?
Do you know how many people? Dude, there was so much bad reaction to a black Dr. Manhattan and all this stuff. That was all over Twitter. That had Twitter blown up, dude, over that.
I don't think anyone said Watchmen was a bad show.
I think there. I was reading plenty of people saying, dude, it wasn't great because of this. I was like, what?
You just called Watchmen. That's like calling Captain America Winter Soldier underrated.
Yeah, not really. But
yeah,
what
because
would you say is underrated?
People said that.
Hold on, what
would
you say is underrated?
What TV show? Is that what you're asking me? Like what my underrated TV show or movie?
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to drink a beer and eat cashews while I'm talking to you. Yes, that's what I'm asking.
My underrated TV show would probably be The Umbrella Academy because I feel like everyone's forgotten about it.
Hey, you're so good. That's a good one. I mean, maybe.
And for the movie, it would probably be Shazam.
I think Shazam got a lot of acclaim, dude.
If Shazam got a lot of acclaim, then Watchmen got 10 times as much acclaim as Shazam.
I don't know about that, dude.
Because people were clowning the suit before the movie even came out.
That's fine, dude. But people were clowning the girl before the show came out. But people still went to whatever fast food franchise and sucked down whatever was endorsed. Watchmen got no endorsements like that.
Watchmen got a lot of endorsements.
Dude,
Watchmen has gotten a lot of love. It's on HBO.
What? No. That does not. Wait. I'm talking about a McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell endorsing you, that kind of food franchise. Watchmen never got that, dude.
What endorsement did Game of Thrones get? Come on.
I don't care.
No, because you're talking about endorsements. Game of Thrones was a huge show. What endorsements did they get?
No. I want to get back to, because I don't want you to deviate from our conversation. Don't care about Game of Thrones. I'm talking about Watchmen versus Shazam. That's all I'm talking about. You can bring anything else up, but it's a side distraction. Now get back to the nitty gritty. We'll talk about Game of Thrones at some other point, but I don't want you to miss the point. I'm saying Watchmen got none of that. Shazam got plenty of like endorsement and underwear and Target.
It's
and
a
Walmart.
movie.
Break. Yeah, cool, but that still is like getting a lot more people to buy that stuff and everything. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break.
Okay, but you're comparing a TV show to a movie. Like do you think that's a fair comparison?
I'm not comparing it. You're the one who brought it up, and I'm just defending it. That's all.
You brought it up. You're the one who said let's bring it back to Shazam versus Watchmen.
Oh, no, but because you said Game of Thrones, I was like, no, we were talking about Shazam and Watchmen.
Okay, so we're talking about Shazam and Watchmen. So you're still comparing a TV show to a movie.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about right now.
But how can you compare like budgets and sponsorships of a TV show, a premium channel TV show, to a movie?
Easily. What was the budget for Shazam? What are you talking about?
A lot more.
Dude.
So that's why they can afford to go get these sponsorships.
Bro, I know. Guess it. So again. Shazam had all the endorsements and everything they needed to happen, and Watchmen did not. That's what I'm saying.
You're comparing a TV show and a movie. And okay, so now that we finish this conversation, what sponsorships did Game of Thrones have?
Game of Thrones was sponsored by Starbucks and water. No, but Game of Thrones didn't because they didn't get it.
Okay, so you can't use that for Watchmen and then not apply it to other TV shows that are even bigger in magnitude.
Right, because I'm comparing Watchmen and Shazam. I don't care about Game of Thrones.
Right, but
you care about that.
I care about it because it's another high-quality premium channel TV show that has no sponsors. Because you were bringing up sponsors for why you're wondering why Watchmen doesn't have any sponsors. So I'm curious, what premium channel TV shows have sponsors?
I'm not wondering that.
No, I am. I can see. Awesome. I can see the other argument. You win.
Hey,
so
Scott,
you win. You got that one. So let me ask you, what premium channel TV shows have sponsors?
I don't know. Maybe any Disney show like iCarly or anything like that, because it gets
not a premium channel. Disney's not a premium channel.
Wait. What's your definition of premium channel? I'm confused.
You have to pay for it separately. Disney comes in a package. HBO is by itself.
Disney Plus, dude. You're paying for that separately. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about on cable. Cable. I'm talking about cable.
Okay, dude. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Game of Thrones has like cartoon figures. I mean, it has like little toy figures. Game of Thrones has like board games. Game of Thrones has everything.
Who are they sponsored by? You said sponsors. Like Shazam had sponsors. Who is Game of Thrones sponsored by?
Dude. Hasbro pumps out Game of Thrones. Hasbro pumps out Shazam stories. What are you talking about, dude?
After 9 seasons or 8 seasons, whatever Game of Thrones was, yes. Who sponsored them after their first season? Who sponsored them after their first season?
I don't know, dude.
Okay, let's move on.
Wait, hold on. If you want to win the argument, I'll give it to you. I don't know.
I already said I conceded. I already told you win. I already conceded.
I know I won because like I would have to go research all the people that did that. But
that's too much work for you.
I can tell you from the first season of Watchmen to your movie Shazam, I'm just telling you what that is, dude. That's all. And thank you for conceding that.
No, I got it. Watchmen is underrated. I got it. Watchmen is the most underrated.
Time out. Watchmen the series has not gotten the props. Don't say Watchmen, dude. Everybody knows the comic, dude. You're just being silly.
I'm talking about the TV show. Watchmen, the TV show, you said is the most underrated TV show of 2019. That's what you just said.
Yeah, sure, yes.
You know you forget what you say from show to show, so.
I know I do. Yeah.
All right.
I know.
Let's move on.
I know. And I know you're trying to be a better person to help me with this, and I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm just writing
in 2020,
I'm just writing notes down.
Maybe in 2020, we write the notes down. Maybe in 2020 we're gonna get it together. But hey, I ain't gonna let you talk no nonsense, dude.
It's not nonsense.
Without
I just want you to remember this because I'm gonna ask you about this later on, and you're gonna be like,
go
"There's no
ahead,
way
dude.
Watchmen's underrated." I'm like, "Well, in episode blank, All right, let's move on.
Hey, and to be clear, you say you're asking me if it's underrated, and I will say that Watchmen was one of the most underappreciated shows.
That is literally the exact thing I said before you went on your tirade.
Yeah.
Okay, so why didn't you just say yeah instead of going on this tirade about it being underrated?
No.
Because I said Watchmen is one of the most underappreciated. I don't know if it's underrated, and you were like, "No, man, what sponsorship?" But let's move on.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That is exactly what you said in the voice
right,
too. For the decade,
right? Yeah.
Who is your superhero of the
Achilles cocaine?
Who is your superhero of the decade?
Superhero of the decade is either going to be Batman or Iron Man for me.
What has Batman done this decade to make him your superhero of the decade?
I was thinking that I was thinking about this guy. His presence, and I'll say this: the reason why I said Batman because his presence still looms over Warner Brothers and DC and TV. To this day, from 2010 to 2020, his presence still looms over all of TV. Whether you go from Arrow to Batwoman, whether you're going to go from Young Justice, whether you're going to go from Justice League, whether you're going to even go to Superman, Alfred. Pennyworth from TV shows, his presence is still very influential and looms over, even into the 21s and 22s with a new Batman movie and Suicide Squad and everything else. So, yeah, his presence is very deep to me. I was going to say Iron Man 2 just because of the whole Disney, Marvel, Genesis and stuff. But no, I think the Batman has had a very his shadow looms over well.
Okay. Mine is Green Arrow, Stephen Amell, because the Arrowverse starting in 2012 is pretty much the precursor for any and everything superhero on TV for the last 8 years.
Thanks to the Batman.
Well, not really, but
we can do this other conversation, but we understand this just from simple canon and simple actual facts. The Bat was before Green Arrow in comic books, and the Bat was the reason why they made a Green Arrow.
Right, but what did Batman do from 2010 through 2020? What did he specifically do from 2010 through 2020 that left a big impact?
Because of Batman, there was a Arrow show. Get it?
I hear you. I
don't want to get any deeper into all this.
No, you did. That's why you interrupted me. But please continue.
But I would just say, if there wasn't a Batman, there would be no Green Arrow show. So once again, the Batman's influence looms over.
But you still have not specifically told me what he has done between 2010 and 2020. There is no question that Batman is a huge influence on the Green Arrow character all time.
Absolutely.
But what did Batman do from 2010 through 2020 or 2019 that made an impact to make him the superhero of the decade?
Without Batman, there would be no Green Arrow TV show.
You're just repeating the same thing.
Okay, but I'm just telling you. You asked me a question, so I want to answer it for you. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
You're just repeating the same thing. I don't need you to repeat it. I heard what you said the first time. I want a specific example.
So then, okay. So you want me to? So my examples are this. So without Batman, and just deal with me. Without Batman, there would be no Green Arrow or Green Arrow show. There would be no Flash show because of the Green Arrow show. There would be no Justice League movie or Suicide Squad movie either, or Joker movie, which is the highest grossing movie so far without the explosions. Get it? Got it. Cool. And on those lines, again, there wouldn't be Young Justice. There wouldn't be a Teen Titans. There wouldn't have been even a Warner Brothers wanting to merge with DC Comics and buy them out for things without Batman.
So again, you're not talking about 2010 through 2020. You are talking about
totally,
legacy.
dude,
No, you're speaking about legacy.
But hold on. But I'm definitely. I said for 2010 to 2020, the superhero, not the person, not the person who wrestles sometimes or whatever, who does MMA. That dude, Steven, whatever. No, I'm talking about the
Stephen
superhero.
Amell's never done MMA.
Oh, but I thought it was somewhere that he knows how to fight. Like he's.
I'm sure he is trained, but that doesn't mean he does MMA.
Well, then my point is solid. Let me finish. So again, not a person, but the superhero who has left the biggest impact for that decade. I'm still going to say Batman, unless you have someone different, sir.
Well,
what you said, Green Arrow, and you said Green Arrow has left this impact, but Green Arrow has left an awesome impact on TV shows. Green Arrow don't mean shit to fucking to movies and stuff. Because if he did, they would. If Green Arrow was so fucking awesome, in the last not decade or 20 years, there'd have been at least one shitty ass Green Arrow movie. There hasn't been one shitty ass Green Arrow.
But the reason that is because they haven't given up the rights to him for the movies yet. Because
Wait, hold on.
No, you hold on. You've been talking plenty of time. Now it's my time.
Yeah.
Green Arrow is not going to go to the movies because they're not going to let him, because they have a successful TV show going on. That's why anytime you saw a character in the movie, they were killed off or sent away on the TV show. So you're not going to see Green Arrow show up in a movie as long as he has a TV show.
What about prior to
2012?
What about prior to 2012?
But I'm not talking about anything prior to 2012.
Okay,
I am talking about the last decade. That's all I'm speaking about.
Prior to 2012 and after 2012, no one's even thought of saying, let's make a Green Arrow movie. But every year since 1940, they've been going, we should make a Batman
movie.
Dude,
but that goes to my point. You are talking about legacy characters. I am specifically speaking.
I get it.
You know what? Let's just move on, because you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind.
But the most influential superhero, who's the dude? Like,
no, because we're not changing each other's mind, and we're just going back and forth right now.
I get you. Hey. When I say my argument, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to make sure the people that are with me are getting the proper reinforcements. And so everybody who's listening, those who disagree and agree, the question was, what to you has been the most influential superhero of 2010 to 2012? And Regular Scott, said Green Arrow to him, which is respect. I would appreciate all the stuff that Stephen whatever his name is done. He's awesome. He's amazing. Like, thank God for the Flash, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow. Anyway, enough of that. I have said Batman because his shadow looms well. And if you think of Batman from the comic book, he's done exactly what he's supposed to do. He's got his branches everywhere out there. There's not a superhero in Warner Brothers or DC that has not been touched by Batman. That's in comic books, TV, or movies in the last decade.
Okay, moving on. What is the most important movie of the decade?
Batman. Man, I don't know. That's a hard one for me, because I initially thought that Black Panther meant a lot culturally for people. But then I also love Winter Soldier, and I just watched that again. I'm lost, dude. I think you're going to probably have some good insight on this. What did you think?
I'll just go with the Avengers. All right. And what is the biggest surprise of the decade?
No, wait, no, you won't. Why did you say the Avengers?
First team up movie. What is the biggest surprise of the decade?
Do you not think that Black Panther had like some cultural relevance to things?
Yeah, I did, but there'd be no Black Panther if there was no Avengers successful. And the only reason I didn't pick Iron Man is because it didn't come out in 2010.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Biggest surprise of the decade.
Biggest surprise of the decade, like comic book wise, or what?
Your choice. I'm sure it has something to do with Batman, because if it's anything with DC, it's got to be about Batman.
One of the saddest moments was the fight scene in Black Panther, because it was a great movie up until that. Biggest surprise was where we are in America now. But on your flavor, I thought Brightburn was well done and smart. So, and it still has me thinking about stuff to this day.
Okay. Biggest surprise was for me was Wonder Woman showing up in Batman vs Superman. What was your biggest disappointment?
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, say that again. I spilled my beer and knocked my headphones off. What was your biggest surprise?
It was seeing Wonder Woman in Batman vs Superman.
Oh, that was a nice little tender moment, wasn't it?
What was your biggest disappointment?
Seeing Wonder Woman, Batman.
Okay.
Biggest disappointment. Like I said, the biggest disappointment was the fight scene in Black Panther.
So what was your biggest? So your biggest surprise and disappointment were the same thing?
Well, I didn't mean for that to be my biggest surprise. I meant for that. My biggest disappointment was the fight scene in Black Panther. It was like I said, it was a really. I thought it had the makings of just a really great movie until that fight scene at the end was just like, God, that was terrible.
Okay. Biggest disappointment was that Zack Snyder did not get to complete his vision of what he wanted his superheroes to be. It's a shame.
Why was that? Okay.
It's a shame that the toxic community that is Twitter was able to change his plans, because I thought they were very intriguing.
Why do you think that Twitter changed his plans, and what was his vision from what he was saying?
He had a trilogy lined up for Batman and Superman, and the Superman we got in Justice League was the ultimate plan for him for Superman, and that was one of the best Superman we've had in a while. I love the journey he had Batman go on. I thought it was cool that Batman was going to die at the end, saving everyone after uniting the Seven. Darkseid would have been awesome to see on screen. I think that it would have been great to watch Lois Lane Superman turn evil and see this whole version of him being evil before they go back in time. Seeing time travel, Flash and Cyborg would have got some much needed screen time and been very important to the plot. It's just a whole lot that would have been very different.
So why do you think Twitter got a hold of stuff and changed things?
Because Twitter's the reason that it got this bad reaction. Like even if a movie reviews bad on Rotten Tomatoes, it can still be successful. But Twitter just destroyed the movie the first night it came out. I remember Twitter and Facebook just destroying it, and I couldn't even be on it because they were giving out spoilers. And then after I watched it, you just see just the mass hate for it. And even to this day, there's still a grand gesture of hate for it. And I think if we would have just let his vision come through, I think we would have been happy with the end results looking back at it.
But don't you think that was the movie executives cutting and slicing and dicing this movie before Twitter even got a hold of anything?
No, that was a reaction to Twitter, because then they kicked him off. They took away his vision. They didn't let him create Justice League like he wanted to. I know the death in the family happened and that kind of hurt things, but he still wasn't. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just confused.
About what?
But again, the Twitter's reaction to the movie, so that you can't do it. You can only.
But he wasn't able to see his vision through.
But why wasn't he able? That was the movie execs. That wasn't Twitter. Though.
But it was off a reaction from Twitter.
So are you saying
people were calling for Zack Snyder to get removed?
Oh wait, I'm just being confused. So are you saying like Zack Snyder had a private screening of Justice League, and people got on Twitter after that and said this movie sucks, blah blah blah.
No, Batman vs Superman. After Batman vs Superman came out, people were saying Zack Snyder sucks and should not be making movies. This movie's awful. So they changed their plans for Justice League because of that. They made Justice League brighter, added more funny scenes and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I get you. But I will say this, just like if there's one time when the nerd community should get together, dude, he could have had a legit great movie, but then he had Batman killing people with guns. And I think people really, for me, I won't confirm or deny that I was one of the Twitter folks, but for me, that was the biggest turnoff. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Do you know the character that you want to have on screen? Well, because everything you're doing on screen with this character has nothing to do with this character. You know? Yeah, that's my only comment about that. So,
which superhero will make the biggest impact in 2020?
That's good, right? Who do you have?
No, who do you have? You said you had these questions ready yesterday.
I have them ready, but then like you're just like you know. I don't know, man. The Mandalorian, dude.
Okay. For me, it's probably going to end up being. I think Luke Fox is going to end up being the biggest superhero of 2020.
No, stop it! Because hey, so here on that tip. So that crazy Batman story. I don't know if you've been. Sorry for the water, honey. That crazy Batman story. I don't know if you've been following or not. But good God, like, Bane gets with Thomas Wayne to conspire to take down Bruce Wayne, and then Thomas shoots Alfred and kills him.
Actually, I'll change that. I'm gonna go with Harley Quinn.
Okay, cool. Dude, yeah, man, they're doing other stuff. So you said it like maybe episode 50 or maybe 47 or 48. But you were just like, well, what are they gonna do with Alfred ain't gonna be like, yes, can I serve you a cucumber sandwich, Master Fox? That's why they killed that dude off. This Black Batman is gonna be all by himself, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna be going like he's gonna be like asking his dad to make him shit, and that's gonna be the biggest insult. His dad's gonna be like, "Yo, boy, I worked hard all my life. Now you want me to be Alfred to you?" Of course, Bruce Wayne is giving me $50 million a year, but still, it's just crazy, dude.
What's your most anticipated movie of 2020? Superhero movie
of 2020. I want to see what this new Suicide Squad is going to be all about.
In 2020?
Well, I mean, what movie's coming out? And see, that question when you sent it to me, I was like, what movie is coming right out in 2020 that I'm like, oh, shit, no fuck.
Why? That's why I asked you the question.
Okay, so you tell me what 2020 movie is great, and that way I can be like, yeah, you would get a good point there.
Well, I'm going to stick with who I think is going to have the biggest year, Harley Quinn.
With, like, Birds of Prey? Or
right. That's her movie coming out in 2020.
Is Birds of Prey coming out in 2020?
Yeah.
Is Birds of Prey coming out in 2020? Sorry, you kept
yes.
Out. Well, then there you go. I look forward to that. Did you see Rise of the Skywalker?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was okay.
What'd you think of the? I didn't see it, but what'd you think of the ending?
Ending was fine. Ending wasn't really the problem.
What was the problem that you thought you had with the movie?
Just underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear about this guy, Adam, Terry Gross interviewed him on her show Fresh Air and asked him about an old scene that he did, and he didn't like the way his voice sounded, so he walked out of the interview. I was like, what? So anyway, sorry.
I think maybe not Harley Quinn. I might be more intrigued by the Black Widow movie because I think I'm a big David Harbour guy now, so I'm looking forward to his Red Guardian.
Oh, it's gonna be sick, dude. So there's a movie and a TV show, right?
No,
only a movie.
Right.
Okay, well the movie's gonna be sick. Dude.
But you still think Harley Quinn is gonna have the? Do you think that's still your most anticipated movie?
When did I say Harley Quinn?
You said because I said that, and you said yeah, I agree.
I thought I said Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that's Harley Quinn's movie.
Yeah, I still think that's gonna be pretty good compared to Black Widow. Let's see. Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking. That's still your most anticipated.
Yeah,
movie.
I still kind of get that over Black Widow.
And the Eternals, and Wonder Woman, and New Mutants, and Morbius, and Bloodshot.
I give a fuck about all those except for Wonder Woman. Vin Diesel and Bloodshot, I can tell you that's going to be a shit show. It will be like that Witcher movie, or not the Witcher, or that movie where he's a witch or a demon hunter. Yeah, I could give a fuck about Vin Diesel's movies.
Okay. What is your...
No, but so even though all those you listed, you still want to say what you said. Not even Wonder Woman.
Nah, I'm not really looking that forward to Wonder Woman. I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Morpheus or the Eternals. Who cares?
Oh, the Eternals is going to be dope. That's going to be the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why is that going to be dope? Why do you say that?
Because everybody was saying the same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy. People were like, nobody cares about it and all that stuff, and that ended up being a classic. I don't think it's going to be a classic, but I think this is going to be fine. Like, it's going to be
We'll
good.
see. I know I got people who are working out and getting all buff and I've never seen this guy in this shape in all of his life. I'm like, all right, cool, but And
then Venom 2 comes out in October.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Unless they got some spoilers,
So what's your final blow?
It was a good. 2019 was a good year. Very happy that we got a chance to do this thing. Looking forward to the next year to keep doing this thing. And as Mickey Rourke said in The Wrestler, I'm gonna keep doing my thing if you let me do my thing. So so.
True that.
How about yourself?
Final blow is we are going to be guests on the Collision Course podcast. Make sure you guys are checking that out. From JVD and Evan the Great Demand. Evan the Great from Villains Demand. They're down to the semifinals for the big tournament they have. It should be good. The matchups are very intriguing. Definitely go check out that podcast. It's really good. I think you'll enjoy the way they break the battlegrounds down, and you'll enjoy just kind of how they go about thinking of it, the different scenarios they put each person in. It's a lot of fun. So they got Ryu versus Predator for a spot in the championship, and then you've got Judge Dredd versus Deathstroke. And I know your first reactions are
crazy.
I know the first reactions are probably like, how are they in the battleground? Well, they'll explain all that. So definitely check that out. My final blows for 2020 are probably all going to be about promoting other podcasts. So that's probably going to end up being my thing for 2020. All right, Oz, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
All right, everybody. I will see you. We will see you all next time.
We're not going to see any of you because we do a podcast. But we will talk to you next time. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at Need4MarvelVsDC, the number 4. Email us any questions or comments at Need4MarvelVsDC at GoToFileLife.com. Next week, we are going to be talking about conspiracy theories. So please send us all your conspiracy theories, no matter how far-fetched or how real you may think they are. Tell us about them. We'll talk about them. Email us, any and all that good stuff. Regular Scott here. Y'all have a good time. We're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
what you doing on a Sunday?
Yo, what up, my people? This is J.R. Glent from Defy Life. If you're looking for an in-depth, honest, at times hilarious conversation on anything from current events to sports to entertainment and more, check out myself, Alvin, Thomas, Gerald, and Yosh on the Defy Life podcast. Dropping every Wednesday, available at godefylife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?
Got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life.